All right, we're going to break down both of your guys' tame dogs because with this trick, it's a matter of
Whoa!
your problems to figure out what works and what doesn't. I felt like these two tame dogs sort of work uh,
Whoa!
together to cover all the coaching tips you both need in order to hopefully start landing this trick. First of all, I want to say both great job on selecting spots to try tame dog. That's exactly what you want, a nice little pitch into a soft landing. Uh, a little bit of an uphill landing versus flat landing play a bit of a factor. We'll talk about this a bit because spot selection really matters when you're doing like tame dogs. When you're going and doing a tame dog off of like a lippy up thing, it's going to make it so your nose is pressing a lot more. What we need to go and account for this is it's going to be a lot more of a snappy motion, a lot more of a pop. So what's really important is to make sure that your body isn't dropping away from your board. See on the right here how he's keeping a straight line in his body, putting everything vertical over the snowboard. That's exactly what you want. If you start to hinge forward with that shoulder dropping, it's going to make you rotate and it's going to keep you blind without putting your power up. So this straight extended takeoff is really ideal, and that's really textbook. The reason why you're not landing this tame dog here is honestly not too complex. There's a few things going on. The first thing I want to note is your rock back to forward motion is a little bit of aggressive. You're really lifting up that foot and then trying to jump onto that front foot. And this is making it so it's just a little bit harder to control, harder to time. You really don't need your foot to be lifting. Uh, all you need to do is shift your weight to your back foot, then lean forward. Let's see if you're doing the same. So see here how he's over his back foot and then is going and throwing over that front foot? That's better than trying to do that full pop motion because it's channeling more momentum into that toe edge. Because you're going and using so much momentum to go and lift that foot and then try pop down, it's making it so your legs are doing a bunch of up and down motions. So you can simplify this a little bit. Don't do as big of a motion. That'll let your body stay more aligned so you can focus more on generating power. And then your main issue here is you're just lawn darting out a little bit too much. You're throwing too much over that nose. We want this arc to be a little bit more up this way to give you a little more height, a little more pop. And what that height will do is it will make it so you're higher in the air. So when you're coming around, you'll be able to spot sooner. But I need to note, this spot seems a little bit small for the tame dog. See how you went all the way to the transition? It's a lot better when you have a spot like this that has a bunch of landing to work with, so you can go a little bigger and you're not too worried about it. If you go and try to do the tame dog and there isn't enough landing, it's going to hold you back from trying to go and get that full pop up and over. But yeah, your problem here is just that you're not going and popping up enough. You're lawn darting a little bit too much. This will work on a big feature or like a cliff or something, something that gives you plenty of air time. But with no kick on the takeoff, nothing to help you generate height, you really need to do that with yourself. The best way to do that is to limit your leg motion and try to go channel your motion so it's more popping up on the front foot, sort of like a nollie instead of a like slam down. Because right now you're really dropping, you're slamming down into it, where we want to be up and raising. And your problem here is that you're coming in and you're throwing down with that right shoulder breaking at the waist. You need to go and keep yourself more stacked, more straight, and that will go and help you get a cleaner rotation that you'll be able to control and land. Because see how you're going and rotating 90 here? That's because you're dropping. So those are the two pieces of advice, two tips. You need to keep this body straighter, not throwing forward and down with your shoulder. And you need to try pop up a little bit more. And I'd recommend finding a spot with a little bit more landing or a little bit more kick, something to help you go and get that extra height. Because I really like this tame dog technique. It would work on a lot of features. It's just not going to work on that feature being that lawn darty. But other than that, that's a good tame dog. It will work in some situations. Let's see. Yeah, you just know you don't have enough airtime here. So find a little more kick. If you can find something like this, I'm thinking your lawn dart would work really well because it has that little extra kick, would put you up, put you through. And yeah, that's really it, boys. I hope you get it. This is a trick I must say I haven't landed on snow myself. I tried some on airbag, so I feel like I got it. I'm going to do a couple this year, but it's a gnarly trick, and it's because it takes a lot of power. You're blind for a long time, so it's scary. So you boys are doing the right thing. Good spot selection. Make these changes. Let me know how it goes, and I wish you luck.